it in. No time for the doubt, they counting me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm ready to win, yeah. Refuse, mine, it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it, they told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie, I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like told me, keep on running, toes they gon' take them. Used to lose, built to win, applied myself, I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counting me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm ready to win, yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win, applied myself, I felt it in.
Welcome to Refuse to Lose Sports. My name is Joe Jordan. We got some basketball to talk about today. We got to talk about NBA All-Star Reserve Snubs. We got to talk about Donovan Mitchell and Dillon Brooks beef they got going on. We got Dave joining us later, but right now we got J-Mo in the house. What's good, J-Mo?
What's going on, bro? Happy to be here. Let's get to it.
Let's go. So look, y'all, before we get started, make sure y'all like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Like the video. If you're currently watching, hit that like button. It's not hard. Press the like button right now. We are sitting at 430 subscribers. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. All right, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Share this video with somebody that y'all know personally so they can come on and watch live with us. Use that comment section. We can see all the comments y'all will be putting down throughout the show. Like we got one right here. Eagles in the building, right? So use that comment section to see all the comments y'all be putting down throughout the show, communicate. And then look, we have, listen, if you're on Instagram right now, we have different Instagram chats for different sports, right? The sports we have NBA chat, NFL, MLB, NCAA college basketball, college football, and boxing, right? So in those chats, we give updates as far as like free agency signings, trade rumors or trades that happen, injury reports, and we just do some debates inside. Like we do a lot of debating in those chats. All right. So if you want to, we have like a Refuse to Lose Sports community. So if you want to be a part of the community, put your Instagram in the comment section. If you don't want to put your Instagram in the comment section because you don't want people to know your IG, you don't want to get spammed, all that stuff. Listen, my IG is at Joe Never Lose. But also, you look at the ticker, or I didn't put the ticker up. Ticker on the bottom, you can see all of our social media platform names, right? And we have a Refuse to Lose Sports chat for those who actually come on the show. So that chat is actually more, it's way more, you know, I don't know, it's more active. Let's say that. It's way more active with everything, all right? And that chat doesn't get the news. It's just raw debating. That's it, all right? If you want to be a part of that, you got to come on the show to be a part of that chat. And last but not least, enjoy the rest of the show. So let's talk about the beef first, all right? So Donovan Mitchell and Dillon Brooks, Memphis Grizzlies Cavaliers played last night, and Cavs ended up blowing them out. But both of them got ejected because it was a mini brawl. All right, J-Mo. So I mean, let me see. I think I got the footage right here, and I can show if you haven't.
Let's take a look at it, man. Let's take a look at it.
You know, if you haven't seen it, you know, I mean, it got a little real. You know, Dillon Brooks backed up on his ankle. He throws the ball at Dillon Brooks and slams him on the ground, and it was a lot of shoving from there. All right. So, J-Mo, what was your reaction to this ball right
here? First of all, yeah, that play was nuts. But no pun intended. Listen, Dillon Brooks got a history, man. Like, he shoves that, like, deliberately push Stephen Curry on the ground. Like, it gets, you know, sometimes you're trying to send a message from your team. Like, we here. And, you know, sometimes, you know, the message that people try to send is like crosses the lines, like too dirty. Like, you could have done something else to send that kind of message. You can send a message and be inbound. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And by the video, you can clearly see, like, he saw Donovan Mitchell there. rolled over and elbowed him or used his forearm or whatever to hit him in the groin or the midsection or whatever it is. And then some people might try to say he didn't mean to hit him in the groin. Yeah, but he meant to hit him
Look
no
at this.
matter where he was at. So see,
Yeah.
look, there it is right there. So like, and then another thing, he might get his, bro, because you see after he hit him, he just standing there because he know nobody's gonna do anything. He didn't like brace himself or so he gonna get the right one, and somebody gonna deal with him probably. But
He almost
it
got
was
the
a
right one.
dirty, it was a dirty play. Donovan Mitchell was totally inbounds for his reaction. To me, he was totally inbounds for his reaction and what he said in the post game interview. You know, so
Mhm.
he got a history, man. He took Gary Payton Jr. out the air. He shoved Stephen Curry down. I forgot what he did against the Lakers. I can't remember off the top of my head, but yeah, man, he just has a history of doing dirty things. He plays hard, an asset to his team, valuable to his team apparently, but that's a dirty play.
Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. And we got Dave too. What's good? He's in. My bad. What's up, Dave?
The hell was it? You kick me out as soon as I get in?
I didn't know you put yourself in.
What's up,
All
Dave?
right.
What's up, J-Mo? Uh, I mean, J-Mo pretty much said all the points. I don't think I really need to say too much about Dillon Brooks. That was a dirty play. That was clear as day. Clearly, he had intent on hitting Donovan Mitchell. And even if he didn't mean to hit him in his groin, look at the position he was in. Look at how he fell. Look at where Donovan Mitchell was. He should have known that's the only place he was going to be able to hit him at. It was going to be somewhere in his lower body. And you're right. He somebody going to catch him on the right night. He better be careful who that person is, because I'm telling you, somebody going to knock his stuff loose. He lucky this not back in the day in the 90s with Jordan and them, because somebody definitely would have rocked him by now.
If it was Jordan, if it was back in the days, he'd be another guy.
Yeah.
Exactly. He
He'd be
probably
another guy
would.
with that kind of play. They just fouling away.
Hey, I guess he think he belong with the bad boy Pistons, but he ain't ready for that. He ain't ready for that. He definitely need to relax though. And that's not to say he's not a good player. He is a good player, but it takes away how good he is when he does stupid stuff like this. It's not that he's not a good defender. He tries to say that he's a great defender. You're not great. You good. You all right. You a nice defender, but you get cooked all the time too. Donovan Mitchell already proved it. When he was with Utah, he cooked you in the playoffs. You talk about Steph and Clay. Clay cooked you. Whatever you want to say about Clay, Clay cooked you. Y'all, and as a team, y'all always talk about how y'all not worried about the West. You a 500 team since you said that. You saying that y'all got a dynasty. Y'all haven't even gotten past the second round yet.
Man.
Y'all got happy when y'all beat the Warriors in the play-in tournament and then lost the playoff series right after that.
To Donovan Mitchell.
Like, come on, man. Y'all talking way too much. And that's not to say y'all not a good team. Y'all are, but y'all talk way more than y'all win. Like, come on, man. Y'all gotta do more. Y'all gotta do more, man.
What about Jaren Jackson? What he said? Everybody wants to beef with the Grizzlies. Everybody trying to start a rivalry with the Grizzlies. That's y'all.
Y'all started
starting a rivalry with everybody y'all play.
Y'all started. First of all, y'all said y'all worrying about the Celtics. Y'all not even in the East. Y'all got to worry about the West. Y'all got to worry about the West. The Warriors ain't no joke. Phoenix ain't no joke, no matter what you want to say. Clippers are not no joke. The Kings definitely not no joke this year. Number 3 seed. Don't worry, I was getting there, sir. Don't worry. I was getting there. Kings number 3 seed. They ain't no joke. Like, come on, man. Y'all, they killing me with all this talking. They not backing up nothing, man. They ain't backing up. They ain't got no room to talk about nobody or say anything because they haven't done squat. At least I could say Jimmy Butler has gotten to the finals since he got there, and the Eastern Conference Finals. Two out of the 3 years he's been there, he's at least done that. Like, come on now. Y'all haven't gotten that far yet. Y'all haven't gotten that far yet.
Yeah. So I gotta disagree with one thing y'all said. I don't know if you said it, J-Mo. I don't think you did, but I like the trash talk. I like it. I like it. They are number 2 seed. So it's not like they talking from being a 10th seed or 9th seed or 6th seed, So they're doing it from the 2 seed. And they still young. It's not like they're old teams. They are progressing every year. So I understand why they're talking trash. You just gotta wear it when it doesn't go your way. I'm all for it. You can talk all you want. That's why when the Bengals were talking, I was cool with it. Just hold the L when you lose. Just don't get mad when you lose, all right? So, but Donovan Mitchell, J-Mo said, for that I said the trophy. Nah, I'm not gonna say nothing about y'all. All right, it's not worth it. But now Donovan Mitchell, he did say something like J-Mo said. He said he been basically cooking him ever since he been in the league, basically, right? So in the last since 2019, Donovan Mitchell, when he played against Dillon Brooks, averaged 26.5 points, shooting 43% from the field, 42 from 3-point line, 22 from 23 from the free throw line, which is 95%. And his plus minus is plus 29. Right?
Barbecue chicken.
So he obviously dominates that matchup. Now, that particular game, Donovan Mitchell had a bad game so far. All right. Donovan Mitchell was 2 from 11. But on Dillon Brooks, he was 2 for 4. He was 50% on Dillon Brooks, 0 for 5 when somebody else checked him, and 0 for 2 when he was double teamed. So he's had a bad shooting start. Then he got ejected. He couldn't finish the game, basically, right? So I'm all for the trash talk, but I'm with Donovan Mitchell. I'm glad that he reacted the way he reacted. Like, nobody hasn't took it that far with Dillon Brooks. It's more like they wait till they get to the media and then talk about he's a dirty player. Shannon Sharp got into it with him from the sideline. Like, what's with the world? So I'm glad he body slammed him, did what he had to do. But he is right. He owns them, but they got the best of him in this last game. And I think that probably frustrated him on top of the dirty play. Oh, yeah, I believe that was a dirty play, by the way. I ain't see that. All right, so.
Well, also, Joe, I think it's a thin line between confidence and arrogance.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a thin line, and they've crossed it. If you ask me, they've crossed it. Like, I don't know, man. Like, every star, Joe, that's arrogant, LeBron, Jordan, Steph, Kobe, all of them have a certain humility about them. Kobe steps on the floor, you already know he's the guy. I don't care if it's Jordan. I'm the man. I'm better than you. I'm a dog. I'm that. You ain't nothing. Right after the game over, hey, how you do that turnaround move, bro? Hey, show me how you do that between. Show me how you do this. Jordan, as arrogant as he is, always shows Pippen his love, and the people that came before him they love. Never said he was the GOAT ever. So like, there's a certain humility about you when you're great, and I guess they aren't there yet. Once they get great, they'll start showing love and be humble. But it's like 100% arrogant, like not arrogant, but like there's no humility to balance out what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? And Dillon Brooks, as far as Dillon Brooks, that's the way he's making his name. Because let me say this, bro. Chris Paul has got to be top 3 dirtiest players in NBA history.
Right.
Chris Paul is so dirty, man. I'm talking about elbowing in the groin, punching in the groin. He's short. He gets 7-footers. Boom, boom. Right off the pick and rolls. He's so dirty. But he's like the president of the Player Association. He got Cliff Paul in the interviews. He cool. He's a nice guy off the court. But once you get him on, like, he's dirty. So like Dillon Brooks that's just his identity. That's just who he is, period. No matter where he is, off the court, on the court, interviews, media, whatever it is. He didn't even know who Shannon Sharp was.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. I'm with you on that one. Yeah. And Javon said he's not dirty. See, it looks bad when he does something like that and he doesn't show humility after the play. He doesn't say like, "Oh, my bad." It's just like he does that dirty stuff and he keeps going like nothing never happened. That's why I think it's dirty because so yeah.
I bet you if that was Draymond, a lot of people wouldn't say that he played hard. People would say he playing dirty. Draymond had history of that too. Remember kicking people in the nuts. He's done that. He's done stuff like that before, and they call him a dirty player. Dillon Brooks don't get a pass from me for that. I'm sorry. That's a dirty play. He's a dirty player. I'm sorry.
And just because you play hard don't mean that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Like what he did on Mitchell was not playing hard.
No, that's not.
He felt him behind him and he come on, man.
Yeah, he hit him.
And people forget what he did in the playoffs last year. He the reason why GP2 got injured.
Yeah,
he the reason why GP2 messed up his arm.
Bro, Stephen Curry tried to block his shot and he missed, and then he just flat out just extended his arm and pushed Steph on the ground. Like, that's dirty. That's straight up dirty.
Yeah, that's not playing hard. That's just being dirty.
He got a history, man. He got a bad history.
speaking of dirty, we had some dirty results. It's like from the NBA All-Star reserves. All right, I'm gonna kick this one off if y'all don't mind. So the NBA All-Star results came out as we were doing the show, and there was some. I think there was like a few snubs. Like it wasn't just like one or two. There was like a handful of people you could have replaced with somebody else in here. All right. So when I was going through, I'm like, wow, this person should have won. But De'Aaron Fox, man, De'Aaron Fox should have been an All-Star. Now, I'm not gonna lie. Like a week ago, as they announced the starters, I was like, I don't think Fox gonna make it. I don't think he's gonna make it because when Fox was losing, averaging 25 points a game, they was telling Fox you gotta win. And now Fox is winning. Now it's like your numbers ain't high. It's kind of like, okay, bro, like what y'all want me to do? All right. So, but it's all good though. And I think it's gonna burn Fox. But here's the thing. De'Aaron Fox, right? He should have replaced Paul George. By the way, when it comes to reserves, it don't matter if you're a forward guard. They just pick the best people. All right? That's only for the starters. All right? So, Paul George shouldn't have made it over him. Jaren Jackson Jr. definitely shouldn't have made it over him. First of all, he playing part-time minutes. He playing 27 minutes a game. He should have 27 minutes a game, and he played he don't even qualify to show up on ESPN.com on the stats. That's how many games he plays so far. All right, so he shouldn't even be in the conversation because he's not doing nothing crazy like Zion was doing. So Paul George, right? First of all, De'Aaron Fox, 47 games. Paul George, 37 games. Check De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron Fox, 3rd seed. Paul George, 4th seed. Sorry, 5th seed now. Check De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron Fox, 24 points a game. Paul George, 23 points a game. Check De'Aaron Fox. Paul George, 4 rebounds. 6 rebounds. De'Aaron Fox, 4 rebounds. Check Paul George. De'Aaron Fox, 6 assists. Paul George, 5 assists. Check De'Aaron Fox. All right. And De'Aaron Fox shooting a better field goal percentage than him. De'Aaron Fox shooting 50% while Paul George shooting 46%. There's no way Paul George should have been higher than De'Aaron Fox. And plus, De'Aaron Fox is the clutchest player in the NBA right now on top of that. So, and coming from where we came from last year and where we at right now, like come on now. So, my whole thing is popularity, point blank. By the coaches. That's why it's disappointing. These are coaches that's picking this stuff. All right? It was a popularity contest. Jaren Jackson Jr., I mean, only thing he got going for him is a 3 blocks a game in the 2nd seed. The dude averaged 16 points a game. He's a center averaging 6 rebounds. Like, come on, bro. And De'Aaron Fox a point guard, and he's shooting the same field goal percentage as him as a center. So he shouldn't even be like why is he here? You don't get rewarded for defense unless you are a Ben Wallace type player or a Draymond Green type. Jaren Jackson never won a defensive player of the year, none of that stuff. So why is he even putting his high rank for the All-Star team as a reserve when he's not even officially offensively good? So that's my take. It's De'Aaron. There's more. I know y'all gonna name them, but right now I'm gonna say De'Aaron Fox.
Go ahead, J-Mo.
Okay, so I agree with the De'Aaron Fox 100%. I got another person that probably could have went over Paul George, Anthony Edwards.
Yeah.
Anthony Edwards is averaging like 25, 6 and 5. You know what I mean? And he's like what, 1 game or 2 games behind Paul George, if that. Like,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
He and Cat has been out. I know the Clippers been all over the place, but like he could have went over Paul George, and he probably played more games than Paul George. But
yeah,
we all know who I'm gonna say. I mean, he leads the league in assists, and like James Harden's averaging 22, 11 assists, and like 6 rebounds. He's leading the league in assists, bro. Like enough said. You know what I'm saying? Tyrese Halliburton is averaging 10.2 or whatever, and he's like getting all the love. I know he came out of nowhere averaging all these assists and most improved. James Harden is leading the league. And I don't know if he hasn't qualified yet because he hasn't played enough games. But if that's the case, get Zion off the list.
Exactly.
You got to keep the same energy across the board. You know what I'm saying? You can't just do it for one player and not do it for the other players because the bonus should have been starting.
Mm-hmm.
And this ain't a snub, but he still made the team. But come on, Joel Embiid is a starter. Joel Embiid, I'm looking at this list with the East reserves: Julius Randle, Tyrese Halliburton, Jaylen Brown, you know, and Embiid. Like Embiid don't belong in there with them. Embiid is a starter. Um, I ain't gonna lie. I kind of thought Trey Young was gonna get some love just because who he is and what he's been doing, but they haven't been a good team. And as sorry as the team has been, they're like one game behind the Knicks or the same record as the Knicks. And Julius Randle got in, so
Exactly.
and Trey Young's stats are better than his. He averaging 27 and 9 and 10. So I mean, I don't know if expectations for the team and like where they should be plays a role in how they selecting the teams, because if you're just looking on sheer stats and team record and impact, then I don't know. I don't know.
All
But
right,
I don't know who the criteria is.
so I'm gonna defend Tyrese Halliburton. I fought
Okay.
for him for one and he's carrying his team. No one thought the
oh
Pacers
yeah,
team
hold
would
up,
be.
Dave, I wasn't going on Tyrese
I
Halliburton.
know you
I was
wasn't.
just
I know you
okay,
wasn't. I'm
okay,
just defending
okay,
him
cool.
being a reserve. I'm not talking
Okay.
about him specifically.
All right,
I'm just
cool.
talking about him being a reserve because he was one of the people I thought that was snubbed. Anyway, I thought that he deserved to be in the All-Star game, and I'm actually glad he made it because he's been playing very well this year for the Indiana Pacers. He made them look as good as they have because he's carrying that team. Without him, I don't know where that team would be at.
Facts.
And I think he's a big reason why Miles Turner re-signed that contract and stayed there because he has a good running mate and Tyrese Halliburton. So I agree with that. No, ain't nobody gonna say Russ. I'm sorry. No, ain't nobody saying Russ. Russ don't deserve to be All Star.
Don't even respond to that. Go ahead.
How you gonna be an
And
all-star reserve? You're reserving your own team. That's
oh,
wild.
I'm about to get it. I'm about to get the Bam. I'm about to get the
Good.
Bam. So yeah, I definitely feel like I'm glad Bam got in because I feel like in the early fan vote when they had Jimmy Butler in and not him. I'm sorry, Jimmy Butler may be the best player on the team, but he hasn't played like that this year. It's been Bam Adebayo. Bam Adebayo has been the reason why we're in the number 6 seed in the East right now. As much as I kill my team because I feel like we don't have enough pieces. I mean, we have Caleb Martin starting our power forward. I mean, what more do I really need to say about that? Caleb Martin is not a starting power forward on any team. He's not even a power forward. He's a small forward playing at power forward because we don't have a power forward. That's the issue. But Bam has what 9, 10, 30-point games this year. He's averaging 22 and 10 on a number 16 in the East. So I feel like he deserved to be in there. But I'll say this though, I do believe that Siakam has played really good this year, but they're 12 seed. They're the 12 seed. I mean, nobody on the Lakers is on there because they're the 12 seed.
He fell off the last 10 games. Siakam. He fell off.
No one in the Lakers is on there because I mean, other than LeBron, it's LeBron. I mean, I get it, it's LeBron. But other than LeBron, who else on the Lakers team is really on there? No one else. And I think AD should have been in there instead of freaking Jaren Jackson, or because AD has played bonkers. Didn't AD just hit the game-winning shot yesterday too? Last night? Like, come on, man. Jaren Jackson is not. He's not even close to being better than AD, or has he played better than AD this year? So I don't think Zion should have been in there either because he missed out on games. He shouldn't have been a starter.
No.
So it's a few people that should have been on that list. I do feel like Siakam has the numbers, so he should have been at least a reserve. So I think he got snubbed for that. But I'm just saying that Bam got in because we're the 6th seed, and he's been the reason why we're the 6th seed. But my snub is Siakam. I feel like Siakam should have been in there because of his numbers.
All right. I'm about to push back on Dave real quick. All right. So you said Siakam should never made it over Bam, even though his numbers are better. He should
I
have made
didn't
it
say
over
he shouldn't have made it over him. I said
over
I think this is why.
because he's the 12th seed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Tyrese Halliburton is the 11th seed. James Harden is the 3rd seed. Plus, James Harden numbers are better than Tyrese Halliburton. Tyrese Halliburton, you my dog, former Sacramento King. Tyrese Halliburton is averaging 20.3 points, while Harden is averaging 21.4. Tyrese Halliburton is averaging 3 rebounds a game. 3 rebounds. Sorry, no, I'm tripping. He's averaging, 3 rebounds a game, 3.9, while Harden is averaging 6.4. Tyrese averaging 10.3 assists, while Harden is averaging 11. And they both average a steal a game. So the only reason why Tyrese is there is because of where he came from, basically. The same reason why Fox should have been there. But it's because he's new. He's a new kid on the block. He's got a lot of assists. But they're 11 seed. They're not in the playoff picture.
Another Tyrese got hurt though. And before he got hurt, they was like 6 or 7, I think.
Exactly.
Okay, 6 or 7. That's true. They are 2-6 without Tyrese Halliburton. He missed 8 games. All right. Yeah. James Harden, I don't know the wins totals without him, but he missed basically a month, and they were not a third seed when he was in there. When he came back, that's when they climbed back to the top of the leadership, basically. So, but my beef is not with him. Nobody mentioned this. Jrue Holiday, why is he an all-star reserve?
That's right. Yeah.
That's what I was about to get to. What is he doing in here?
Yeah. I forgot he was even on that list.
What is he doing? Let me get at that, Joe, right quick. Let me get at something. Go ahead. There's no way.
Shout out to Philly podcast. My man Joe Castro. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Hey, different Philly, but we here. Hey, look, man, there's no way. There's too much talent in this league for 3 teams in one conference to all have 2 All-Stars. The Celtics have 2, the Nets have 2, and the Bucks have 2. If that's the case, why don't Philly have 2? We right there. And our top 2 players probably better than everybody else's top 2 players, or right there with it. So, like, how I don't understand how that works. I don't even understand how Jrue Holiday made the All-Star team.
Hasn't KD been out for a while too?
Yeah.
Yeah, but KD averaging 30.
Yeah, but KD different, man. They was the 2 seed when he got hurt. They was balling. And the thing is, if they gonna put Zion in there, KD gotta be in there. I ain't mad at that. But the thing is, there's no way that all those guys should have 2, all those teams should have 2 All-Stars. If you want to give the top team 2 All-Stars, okay, fine. And if the top team, if the second place team is right behind the top team, then that's fine too. But the Celtics are like 5 or 6 games clear of everybody else. That's a huge gap. Like, the Celtics have earned 2 All-Stars.
Yeah.
I feel like the Nets kind of have earned 2 stars, but not 2 starters. I think Jaylen Brown should have been starting over Kyrie. If you're gonna put anybody starting, it should be 2 Celtics.
I agree
100%
Nets. There. I agree right
but
there.
It's just no way that the Bucks should have 2. He don't even average 20 points. It's too much talent in this league for you to make the All-Star game not averaging 20 points.
I think their case is that the fact that when Giannis was out there, he carried the Bucks.
Carried what? They both played 41 games. That's crazy, man. Like, that's crazy. It's too much talent in this league for you to make the All-Star game not averaging 20 points or 10 assists or 10 rebounds. Like,
yeah,
it's too much talent in the league, man. And they're gonna run into a problem in a few years. Because like Joe said, it's not just 1 or 2 snubs, it's like 7, 8 snubs.
Yeah.
So they're gonna end up doing like 15 each. They're gonna do 15 and 15 instead of 12 and 12. Something's gonna change.
They have to, man. I think
something's gonna change.
For one, they need to lower this fan vote percentage. That needs to lower immediately.
Yeah, I think
there's no reason why it should be 50%. That is ridiculous because most of these players got in because of fan voting. Zion is only in there because of fan voting. Freaking Jrue Holiday. I only guess that it's fan voting because there's nothing he did this year to say that he deserved to be an All-Star.
Man, I saw Austin Reeves on the fan vote, John.
Paul George, Austin Reeves.
See,
they're not gonna lower the fan vote because the fans are the ones who put the money in. To be honest with you, I think they should take out players. I'm not gonna lie.
The players vote?
Yeah, because you're gonna just vote for your teammate. You know, so like I think it should keep it 50% fans, 25 coaches, 25 media.
Another thing, Joe, about the fan vote is that with all this load managing that people doing, people missing games and fans coming to the games and they can't see their favorite players, then it's like, we give you your money back. It's like, I don't want my money back, bro. I wanted to see LeBron. I wanted to see KD. So it's like the All-Star game is kind of like a I guess a makeup for that. Like, we're gonna vote who we want to see since y'all always sitting out these games. So it all comes together. They're gonna have to do something, man. Steve Kerr said he wants like a 72 game season. Like, maybe that can help the load manager, but I think all of that ties in together.
Yeah, I'm not going to like Javon gets you with entertainment, but it's going to be entertaining regardless, in my opinion. All right, because you're going to have the best players. We going off records. Normally, the best players are on the top of the leadership winning records. Not the best, but some of the best. And if you're not, your numbers should be overwhelming. Like Luca was 2 years ago. He was like a ninth seed, but he was average almost triple double.
Mhm.
So I think that All-Star game, you gotta put record in it because you're rewarding them. You don't want to reward the stats. You want people to focus on winning too. Because here are all my snubs, y'all. All right. This is what I'll take out. On the West, I would take out Paul George. First of all, DeMontis is starting.
Mhm.
Zion's coming down to the reserve. Believe it or not, John's starting, and I'm probably bringing back Steph Curry.
Okay.
All right, I got it because they number 2 seed, Stefano. They've been, you know what I mean. So I might do that. Now, who's in the reserve right now? PG, you coming out. Jaren Jackson, you coming out, and I'm putting in De'Aaron Fox and Anthony Edwards. And you can make an argument based on what they talking about. Devin Booker. Devin Booker, he playing the same amount of games as Zion, Jaren Jackson, but he averaging 27, 5 and 5.
They were top 3 seed when he playing too.
That's what I'm
Facts.
saying. So we want to reward Zion for being the top 2 seed when he got hurt, and then having his numbers and dropping off when he got hurt. Same exact situation with Devin Booker, probably even better because he was literally carrying them because he didn't have Chris Paul, but he ain't have Brandon Ingram either. But he was literally carrying them, Devin Booker. He had multiple nights where he had like 45, 50, all that stuff. You know? So that's, and then on the East, DeRozan, hold on. Listen, DeRozan.
You're done, son.
Tom went out here, so I gotta do it. DeRozan, you out of here. DeRozan the 10th seed. I know you averaging 26, but I'm gonna take DeRozan out, and I will put James Harden. Sorry, I'll take DeRozan out and put in Trae Young. Say that. Take DeRozan out, and I'm putting in Trae Young instead. Trae Young is averaging 27 and 10 basically, and I'm taking out Jrue Holiday for sure. Jrue Holiday, Julius Randle, one of them coming out for James Harden. That's how I'm looking at it, you know. And Siakam could easily go past Randle because Randle was 7 seed, but he had 12 cents on anything. So I'm leaving Randle in there. But Jrue Holiday and DeRozan, I'm taking them out.
Also, Joe, how is Jrue Holiday in there? If that's the case, Jamal Murray should be in there.
Yeah, but
Jamal Murray averaging 19,
mm-hmm.
6 and 6
That's true.
on the best team in the West. Jrue Holiday's averaging like 18 and 7, bro.
Yeah, but Jrue Holiday's in the East though. That's the thing.
So
All right,
it's
but
just,
Jamal Murray should be in there.
it's just enough good players in the East, just like it is in the West. It's just enough guards.
But no, you're right. I thought in the West, the only 2 teams that should have 2 All-Stars was Denver and the Kings. For real. I didn't think Memphis had a second player that deserved to be an All-Star.
They don't.
No.
Right? People
Not
keep
at
saying
all.
Eric Gordon. Eric Gordon averaged like 16 points. Murray averaged almost basically 20, 19.7.8, something like that. So Murray should have been an All-Star just off the fact, the same reason why they put you Holiday as an All-Star, because you're a top seed. All right? Or, you know, so he should have been an All-Star automatically with Jokic, rewarded number 1 seed. I think that's how it should be. If you got 2 players averaging over close to 20 and you're the number 1 seed, just put them on the All-Star team. Reward the number 1 seed. And then everybody else, you know, you gotta just look at the numbers and see and put them together and be smart. But I'm disappointed because the coaches did this. I thought they would know better. You know, they were actually worse than the starters, than the fans. It's like, no, the fans was terrible. They had Austin Reeves up there. I saw that. I was like, okay. I mean, you know what?
The reserves were for sure worse than the
Yeah,
starters.
I was like, the fans were worse, bro. They had Austin Reeves. When I saw that, the fans.
You're done, son.
I got,
Kevon Looney was on there.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
come on, man.
But J-Mo, you said it. 8-5, so waiting for that 40-point game. I'm telling you, J-Mo, I think it's tonight. He's playing against Tyrese Halliburton in Indiana, who made the All-Star team, and he did not make it. It's on his mind. You know, Mike Brown like, Foxy, you got to show him. You got to show him. So he's going to kirk out today.
Mike, hey, man, Fox, man. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah,
he is killing in a clutch right now. That is very important. That's very important. Close
That's
the
why they're
game.
the number 3 seed because
He's
he was so
closing the
clutch,
games,
man.
bro. Like, it's very important. And it ain't like he's a pedestrian. He's averaging 25, 24, 6. Like, I don't know. I don't know.
Yup. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's all good. I'm glad he didn't make it. It's gonna add fuel to the fire. We need that. He needs presence in the playoffs. See, Sabonis already been an All-Star, and Sabonis playing great right now. So you couldn't deny him being in.
I
But
got pushback on this comment right here.
let me see. It's not about. Oh, it's not all about the numbers. It's about impact as well. Randall went on a tear, and the Knicks won like 10 straight.
If they must have been sorry as a mug for him to win 10 straight and still be one game in front of the Hawks. Like, even how sorry were they for him to win 10 straight and still, like, I don't like how they reward people who go on tears.
Exactly.
Because if this man scored 10 points first 10 games of the season and then he started averaging 40, but you got this guy over here who's been averaging 25, 30 all season, he's the all-star. He's been more consistent. You know what I mean? This guy up and down. So I just think I don't know, man. They don't keep the same energy with the criteria as far as players. They use one rule for Jaren Jackson, but don't use it for these guys over here. So I never understood the all-star criteria, but I honestly do think they're gonna have to make some major changes because, like, it's gonna be a lot of snubs every year, especially with the offenses of the NBA, the way the direction the game is going. You got like how many people are averaging over 20 right now? It's so many people. So, like,
Yeah, man. I'm with you, J-Mo. Like, just because you on a tear, okay, let's look at your average. So if you went on a 30-point, 35-point tear, but you averaging 24, you must have had some really, really bad games.
exactly.
All right. So that's why we look at average. What have you done between start to finish? Not just what you did for a 2-week span. You know, so I can't do that. Because that's the case, y'all should definitely be an all-star. Embiid should have been a starter automatically. You want to go on stretches. You know,
Man.
Devin Booker went on a tear. Like in 1 week, he had, like, I'm telling you, he went on a great tip before he got hurt. You know, so, and then normally everybody has a moment when they going crazy. You know, so that's how I look at it. So you gotta look at averages. You gotta look at averages. You gotta look at winning.
Yeah, 24 is good, but 26 is better.
Exactly. And then Javon, he said something earlier about Tyrese Halliburton by himself, and you know, okay, if he by himself, his usage rate is higher, most likely, and most likely he should have better numbers than the guy who has an all-star next to him. And then people might say, but he got an all-star, numbers should be better. It's like, nah, normally your numbers go down when you play next to a star. That's how it is. You know, so unless it's like a perfect fit. But James Harden, before he was with Embiid, he wouldn't be averaging no 21. If James Harden was the guy, you think he'd be averaging 21 points a game? You put him
He'd be averaging more than that.
Nah.
So that's my point. So his numbers are still better than Tyrese. I think he should stay. I'm just comparing the two. I think Drew Holiday should be kicking rocks. Tyrese should be having your first All-Star. But I don't know. Coaches, man, you disappointed me.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, but no, Randall should stay though. We saying I don't think nobody said Randall should come out.
Yeah, I don't think Randall should come out. I just had some pushback on what was being said about it.
Yeah, we got beef with Drew Holiday.
Yeah,
We got beef
I really think Trae Young should have been in there.
Yeah.
Like, he averaging 26, 27, and 10 assists. And team record, I don't want to hear it. They one game away from all these other guys that's on this list.
Mm-hmm. I don't like you really think the coaches dissecting all that stuff for an all-star team? They looking at points, assists, rebounds, percentages, your record, how many games you played. That's what they're looking at for real. They're not looking at how much your usage rate, all that stuff. They're not looking at all that stuff.
What have you done for me lately, man? If the all-star, if voting about to come up, just start cooking when voting started, and then you'll make it.
My whole thing, Javon, is this. If Harden was in Indiana, would he have better numbers? First of all, Indiana might be a better team because when James Harden's by himself, he won games by himself in the regular season. It is when you get to the playoffs, they don't show up. But James Harden, if he's with Indiana, his numbers will be better than Tyrese Halliburton to me. I think they would. You know, I think they would. So if he's by
Tyrese gonna get the me personally, if I'm doing the voting and it's Tyrese and Harden, Tyrese will get the benefit of the doubt for me.
Javon, you know,
just
Embiid,
because
oh,
his team is not as good, and Like he's doing he's just doing more with less. And I know it's messed up because of the situation Harden's in. But
Mhm.
if I had to choose one, I probably go with I would reward Tyrese. But Tyrese ain't the one Harden should have been in there for. It's for Drew Holiday.
Yeah. By the way, MB leads the NBA in usage rate. Leads the NBA.
Yep.
So the ball is in MB hand a lot. He's actually got more use, high same use rate as Giannis. Lucas is right behind him in third, like 0.1 behind him. You know, and James Harden nowhere to be found. You know, so yeah. All right, that's it. All right, let's wrap this up. So look, like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share it with somebody that you know personally, so you can go back and watch it. We're gonna break the two. It's two videos we did today. We're gonna break them up in segments. All right. Appreciate y'all for using that comment section. We really appreciate that. All right. And Dave, let's talk about the IG chats we have.
All right, so
Javon finding all these excuses, bro.
Vaughn go off in the comments. Should have been on the show, bro.
Harden led the league in assists before he even ever got to Embiid. Go ahead, Dave.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. But most of the stuff we talk about now, we were talking about in the chats.
Mm-hmm.
The stuff we talk about right now, the all stuff we talked about in the chats. Me and Vaughn had a discussion today about Bam being the All-Star return. And hey, that's what happens. But the chats we have are NFL, NBA, boxing, baseball, college football, and college basketball. Somebody just hit me up, like direct messaged me and said that we need to start the WNBA chat.
You said what?
Somebody direct messaged me today and said we need to start the WNBA chat.
Start it up. Let's go.
Who is it? Who DM'd you? Candace Parker?
I wish it was. I'd be like, hey, come on the show. But no, I mean, and it's somebody who's already in the chat. Tay,
Yeah.
he hit me up. He was like, man, we need to start a chat. So guess what? Today we're going to start the chat for the WNBA chart. So that's going to be the newest one. We're starting that today.
Cool.
But these are the chats, man. You want all the news that's going on in sports today? You don't have to go to Adam Schefter. You don't have to go there because we're going to bring it right to you. Injury news, legal cases, because we had a few in the NFL that's happening right now. NBA, trades, all that other stuff. College basketball, college football. You want to know about commitments, trade, transfer portals, coaching. Rajon Rondo is close to being an assistant coach with the Kentucky Wildcats. That's his alma mater. He got a chance to go back there and coach now. So we put out all these news because we just got the sources. Adam Schefter and them got their sources. We got ours. So you want to be in on all that and actually get into these arguments and get into these chats and see what the talk is about. Let us know. All you gotta do is put your IG name in the comment section, and we'll add you to the chat. Now, there's another chat that you have to come on the show to get in, and that's the Refuse to Lose chat. J-Mo is in that chat. Javon is in that chat. Anyone you've seen on the show is in that chat because they come on the show. We don't want people that's just gonna talk into those other chats to try to get in that. Because you gotta come on the show. We gotta see what you're talking about. We gotta see what your knowledge is. J-Mo is the reigning what?
NBA Analyst of the Year, man.
He know what he talking about. And that's not strictly on us. That's not our voting. That's because of what everyone sees. He's getting the most views. So if you want to be able to be in that chat, you got to come on the show. We want to see what your knowledge is. We want to see what you're going to talk about. You can't make a hot take and not come and back it up. That's not how it works. So you're going to come on the show, then you can get in that chat. But you only get in that chat if you come on the show. So let us know if you want to come in that chat. Let us know what day you can come on and what you want to talk about. We'll make up a topic. Now, we're not going to do baseball yet. We already did one. But, it's NBA All-Star coming up right now. And then we got March Madness coming up soon, but pretty soon we're gonna have another baseball episode.
Yeah,
We had
end of
one
February.
end of this month because preseason starts February 25th.
Yeah.
So end of this month we're gonna have another one, and I'm gonna have more than one person on me with this time. Me and Teddy did a great job. You started hype, and it's crazy because he's a Yankee fan and I'm a Red Sox fan. We got along pretty well. That usually doesn't happen.
Yeah.
But these are the chats, man. This is what we're doing. We are what Tomo says. We're the Whole Foods of sports media. We're the new show, man. We're organic. We're doing the things how y'all want to see it, how we see it. We talk about sports all the time, but now we're actually using our own platform to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
those are chats.
Like the chats. Like I saw this right here. He said that Teddy right here. He said the chats make my day. Oh, keep talking. The chat makes my day. Like for real, the chat is legit. Like it's like a community, right? And it's like if you're a sports fanatic like us, you watch like Tomo said this. You watch TV, you watch First Take, you watch Undisputed, all these shows, and then they say stuff on there. And you like, man, I wish I was on there, right? Like I wish I can go in there and speak give my opinion. Cause what they saying is ludicrous, especially when it's about your own squad. You like, oh, they don't know what they talking about. They don't even watch this for real. That's what the chat is for. The chat is to voice your opinion, create the narrative, the right one for your squad or just for a situation, and allows you to come on the show and be on a public platform where anybody can go on YouTube and watch it and be like, oh, this person making sense. And you could change the whole narrative of a situation because you know the truth. You know what's really going on. So if you're a sports fanatic, the chat will be awesome. I know me, what I do is like I got the chat muted because it go crazy all day, all right? And then I go up my day, and then I see 9+. I click on it. Literally, if I got like an hour drive home, the chat is gonna keep me entertained the whole time. Like in his voice recordings and listening to him on the way on. It's just it's beautiful, right? I love it. So
the chat go crazy when you miss voice memos. You know the chat.
Yeah, that's it's crazy. So if you in the chat, keep the intensity up, man. We loving it. All right. So look at our last words. Tonight, J-Mo, your wishes will be granted. You spoke it up. This happened. All-Star Snub. Fox is going to deliver. You about to go viral, my brother. We're going to clip that part up. I'm going to put it out tonight. I'm going to put it out before the game starts. And then when that happens, we're going to point to that. Hey, J-Mo say he's looking for it. He must have heard this video because it's going to happen tonight. He's going. I got a feeling if you got a parlay, hey, look, if you lose money, don't come to me. But I got a feeling that he's going to go for 40 tonight. All right. He had 37, 38, 36, 35. Tonight is 40. 40 piece. All right. So you got to let them know. And that's all I got.
I'm betting the house on Fox. Hey, Dave, I just want to say I love Whole Foods. That's a great analogy. But yeah, man, always great to be on the show. You know what I'm saying? It's always a pleasure. But let me just say something about the chats as a guest.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, the chats really like it's one of the things I look for when I wake up. Like I wake up, wash my face and everything, and I check the chats. Like it's part of my routine. Like I look at the chats in the morning to see what's going on or what it like. It's very entertaining, man. And they call you out on your stuff. Like you can't just say stuff like a lot of these people do on these platforms. They talk and then there's no pushback. There's like I don't care if you say something 100% correct. Somebody's gonna disagree with you. So you just gotta be ready for that. But yeah, man, trust the process. Philly all day. Like I said, this is our year. If not now, then when? And Tyrese Maxey got to get more comfortable with his role off the bench because since he come back from injury, they bring him off the bench because him and Harden can't play a lot of minutes together because neither one of them are a great defender. But Melton has been getting a lot of minutes. And I told Joe, I'm going to say it every time. Before the season started, I said, people are going to see why I'm putting so much hype on this DeAnthony Melton pickup. He has been balling. I'm talking about all NBA defense. Don't be surprised if you see him on there. You know, those games where we played against the Nets or Indiana, the Hawks, whoever. DeAnthony Melton's guarding the team's best guard always. So I'm gonna keep putting that out there. And shout out to Doc Rivers, Eastern Conference Coach of the Month. We went on a tear. Don't make that face. Shout out to Doc Rivers. And
I made that face for this comment. That's it.
okay. Okay. And yeah, that's all I have. That's all I got to say. Trust the process. Let's get it.
Yeah. So shout out to Tomo. He came up with the Whole Foods comment. I can't take credit for what he said. But for me, only thing I can really say, I'm not even talking about no teams. I just want to talk about the show. This show has given me one of the best opportunities to still work with my brother Joe and do something I'm passionate about and meet everybody else. Like I've known about J-Mo and Javon, but I actually know them a little bit better now. Like I knew that was his brothers, but now I know they I don't see them any different than I see Joe. I see them as my brothers as well. And that's how I see everybody in the chat. Everybody that come on, we have our arguments and stuff, but that's sports. That's gonna happen. That's gonna happen in sports. I mean, my older brother, who's also in the chat, I didn't talk to him a few times and argued about sports. But at the end of the day, that's my brother, no matter what. And one thing I can say about this show, when we talk about something, it happens. Remember when we talked about the Jerry Jones situation? Who talked about it the next day?
LeBron
James.
said the same thing you said.
When Tom put the Cardinals head coach in the you done son, what happened? He got fired, and that man he rolled out.
Hold on, let's put the cap on his comment first.
Yeah. Hold on, Blaze. Cut the cap, man. Cut the cap. You ain't know that. Yeah. Come on, Blaze. Come on, Blaze. Come on.
All right, go ahead.
But we manifest everything in here. We talked about Tua, and his situation, and he got a concussion, and he pretty much didn't play again since then.
And Brandon Marshall came out with a viral video saying everything Tomo said on You Done Son. Literally. Word for word. You know, like Soldier Boy. Took everything, man. Took the whole speech. But I'm telling y'all, everything we talk about in the show, it more than likely happens. So I'm just letting y'all know, before we get big, you got an opportunity to come on this show. So come on, man. Just spread the love. You know we out here doing something that you love to do. We're giving you an opportunity to come on the show so you can, give your thoughts and talk about your knowledge too. Just, like, share, subscribe, and continue to watch and have fun, man. Because I have fun every single day. I enjoy coming home, knowing that I'm about to do the show. I play music before. Joe will tell you, I was bumping Migos yesterday before we got on the show. I made sure that it's one thing that I've always loved doing and I enjoy it. So there it is. Well said, my brother. And that's all we have for y'all today. And we'll see y'all next episode. Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all the next episode.